The Higgs boson experiment was routine. We had run the collision thousands of times before, mapping the fundamental forces of the universe. The Higgs field, the invisible lattice that gives mass to all things, was predictable until it wasn't. At precisely 4:37 UTC, a deviation occurred. The field fluctuated violently, as if something within it was rejecting mass, an impossibility. Particles flickered in and out of detection, appearing weightless for a fraction of a second before stabilizing. Just as suddenly as it began, the disturbance vanished. For 29 seconds, everything was normal. Then an anomaly appeared. It wasn't just an entity. It wasn't just an event. It was something in between. A thing that wasn't supposed to be here at all. It didn't breach into our world in the traditional sense. No portal had opened. No energy spike had been detected. It simply overlapped with our dimension, as though it had always been present but was only now visible. It stood on the horizon. No matter where you were, it was always just at the edge of your perception, as though it were embedded in the fabric of reality itself. It had no shape, yet it cast a shadow. It had no voice, yet its presence hummed in our bones. We tried to measure it, but our instruments failed. Light warped around it, not in refraction, but in absence. It wasn't black. It wasn't anything. It was like looking at a space where nothing had ever existed, and yet we knew it was there. It moved, not walked, not shifted, just relocated. It remained at the edge of our perception, yet its distance never changed. Observation Team Bravo was the first to go. The radio cut to static. Security feeds showed frames missing from the timeline, gaps of pure blackness where the team had once stood. Not vaporized, not killed, just removed. Then the second wave of anomalies began. Light flickered in impossible ways. The sky, clear moments ago, began to stutter, duplicate, and fold in on itself. The air took on a quality that was neither hot nor cold, neither thick nor thin. The fundamental properties of reality around the anomaly had begun to desynchronize. We locked down the facility. We prepared every failsafe, every failsafe's failsafe. But it wasn't an attack. The anomaly never moved toward us. It never did anything. It just watched, but just as suddenly as it had come, it began to fade. Not retreat, not dissolve. It dematerialized in a way we couldn't process. The same way it had appeared. No transition, no shift. Just gone. The effects stopped. The sky stabilized. The world fell silent. The universe had seemingly corrected itself, but something had changed. The next morning, our instruments picked up a new reading. A ripple, a fluctuation. The same signature as before, as if something else was trying to get through. No, not something. They were everything.